Catfish is one of the most ancient and mysterious freshwater inhabitants of the planet. It is easily recognized by its massive body, whiskers, smooth skin, and unusual habits. In different cultures, the catfish was associated with wisdom, danger, strength, or even mythical properties. This is a fish about which legends were composed, to which tales were dedicated, and which fishermen and biologists have respected for centuries. In this article, we will take a detailed look at the world of the catfish, its biological characteristics, behavior, habitat, relationship with humans, as well as its place in culture and science. Catfish belong to the order Siluriformes, which includes more than 3,000 species. They can be found in fresh water on all continents except Antarctica. They are especially diverse in South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia. However, the most famous in our country is the European catfish, which lives in the rivers and lakes of Europe and Asia.
The European catfish is one of the largest freshwater predators. Its length can exceed 2.5 meters, and its weight can reach more than 100 kilograms. There are reliable cases of catching individuals weighing up to 200 kg. The catfish has a massive, streamlined body, a wide, flat head, a large mouth, and characteristic whiskers. A pair of long ones on the upper jaw, and several shorter ones on the lower. These whiskers play an important role in orientation in muddy water and when searching for food. Externally, the catfish looks frightening, especially for those who are not familiar with river giants. Its skin is devoid of scales, covered with mucus, which protects against parasites and damage. The color varies depending on the habitat, from grayish-brown to almost black, with spots and stains. The belly is lighter, almost white. In muddy rivers, the catfish becomes darker. In light ones, it can be almost sandy.
One of the main distinguishing features of the catfish is its lifestyle. It is a nocturnal predator, preferring deep holes, pools, snag-filled areas. During the day, it is inactive, burrowing into the mud or hiding under fallen trees and rocks. At dusk, it goes hunting. Its diet consists mainly of fish, amphibians, mollusks, sometimes waterfowl, and small mammals that have found themselves in the water. Young catfish can feed on insects and larvae. Despite its size, the catfish is not a reckless predator. It acts covertly, sneaking up on its prey or in an ambush. Smell and touch play a huge role in its hunt, especially in muddy or dark water. It has excellent vibration perception thanks to the lateral line, which detects water vibrations. Catfish play an important role in the ecosystem. They regulate the number of other fish, especially weak or sick ones, and thus prevent the spread of diseases. However, in polluted waters, their numbers may decrease. In addition, in some bodies of water, catfish are considered a competitor and a threat to valuable commercial species, especially if the ecosystem is disturbed. Reproduction in catfish begins in the spring and continues in the summer when the water warms up to 18 to 20 degrees. Catfish form pairs. The male chooses a place for the nest in snags, under roots, in bottom depressions. The female lays eggs, which the male fertilizes and guards for 1 to 2 weeks. The eggs are sticky, attached to the substrate. The hatched larvae feed on the yolk sac, then move on to zooplankton and small animals. Catfish grow quite quickly, especially in conditions of a rich food supply and warm water. In reservoirs with sufficient food, it can reach more than a meter in length in 5 to 7 years. Life expectancy is 20 to 30 years, although long livers over 50 years are known.
The diversity of catfish species is amazing. There are electric catfish that can generate electricity for protection and orientation. There are blind catfish that live in underground waters. There are miniature species, just a few centimeters long, and giants over 3 meters long. Some catfish can make sounds, which are used for communication between individuals, especially during the mating season. Watching a catfish is an opportunity to touch nature in its original form. Its slow movements, sudden splashes, mysterious behavior are fascinating. It combines strength, caution, and grandeur. The catfish deserves not only to be talked about, but also to protect its habitat, to treat it with respect as an ancient inhabitant of rivers and lakes, as a bearer of natural wisdom. So, thinking about catfish, we think not only about fish, we think about depth, about time, about the connection of man with the water element, and in this sense, the catfish is much more than just an inhabitant of the underwater world.